Hello people, I'm Ginny Metheral and I'm a fourth generation witch. Last week I did a psychic development video for you all, which was a small test to see which is your dominant psychic sense. So following on from that video, I wanted to go a further details into one of those senses, and so that you could develop that particular technique yourselves. The technique that we're going to be looking at was the one where you all felt butterflies in your stomach, which was clairsentience, meaning that you have the ability to feel things, events, people, spirits, ghosts. You can feel things, and this can be translated into great witchcraft. So if you were feeling a lot of butterflies in your stomach, this is the video for you. Now you'll have to forgive the squeaking ducklings in the background. One of the ducklings thinks I am its mother, and although it's seen me going upstairs, it wants to come and it's not allowed. It's not allowed upstairs. So as a result, Waddles is at the bottom of the stairs squawking for me, hence you can probably hear them. I hope she shuts up soon because it's quite high pitched. If you didn't see last week's video, you don't have to watch it, but do go and have a look at it. I'll put it up here for you so that you can check out which is your dominant sense. However, you don't need to have seen last week's video in order to continue with the psychic development in this one. So we're going to look at clairsentience. Clairsentience is the ability to feel things, and this can be translated into great witchcraft. For example, some people are clairvoyant, so they see things, and some people are better at being clairsentient, so they feel things. Now, I'm a great clairsentient witch, and I really feel things, so I can often just get a feeling about something and know what that feeling is and how that translates into my witchcraft psychic ability ways. For example, I had a feeling the other day that someone was very sad and crying and had a feeling of terrible pain in their stomach. I was feeling these things. Turns out there was a spirit with me who wanted to communicate, and so she cast forth her persona. Now you might think, oh, why is she casting forth her sadness and her illness? And what she was, when she had lived, she was a great doctor, and she did a lot of work with what was known as the bloody flux in many years ago, and she was trying to get my attention by making me feel that she was a doctor and she dealt with stomach problems. So it's very useful, clairsentience. You will know if you're clairsentient if you are an empath naturally. That means that you can understand and feel other people's emotions. It can be a little tricky on occasion unless you shield and mask, because you can pick up everybody else's emotions, and that can get a little straining, If you're an empath, leave me a comment below and tell me your experiences. I would love to hear them. Anyway, back to being clairsentient. We're going to do a little exercise to bring forth this particular psychic energy. This will help you when you're communicating with anybody, because if you can feel something, that means that you can use that ability to, say, read oracle cards, heal. What else could you do? Feeling sympathy and empathy for. Speak with spirits, because you'll feel where, what the situation was. You can feel a situation, you can feel a room. So the first thing to do is to take a deep breath, or a few deep breaths. You can do a little bit of mindfulness meditation before you get into this technique, because that will help you bring yourself into your own sphere. I'm not great at meditation. I find it a bit dull and I tend to fall asleep, so that doesn't really work very well. I do wake up feeling very refreshed and very pleased that I've had 20 minutes kip. However, a little bit of mindfulness meditation will help. For those of you like me who can't do meditation, why not just do a few deep breathing exercise? Settle yourself into a room where you are on your own. Now, some people call this technique a body scan. Others call it just, being in the moment and feeling it. There are many names out there, and there are very many different ways of using this technique and doing this technique. But here is mine. Now, first of all, I want you to close your eyes and I want you to feel your body. I want you to feel every part of it. Let's start at the top. I want you to feel your top of your head and feel what's going on here. Feel the hair growing out of your scalp. Whatever it is that you can feel, whatever sensation you can feel will be the one that I want you to then speak out loud. So I can feel my ears tingling because I've just put in earrings. I can feel them moving down. I can feel my mouth is very tingly at the moment because I've just had some chilli in my lunch and I'm getting that after chilli taste. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to bring that scan down the whole of your body. Through your shoulders, they might be a bit tense. I want you to feel that tension. Feel those stresses and those muscle aches. I fell over yesterday, so I've got a bruise on my shoulder. I can feel the pain of that bruise. Yeah. So many healing vibes, by the way. You might feel nothing. And in that case, say, I feel nothing. Because that is a feeling in itself. Don't think that just because you're not feeling anything doesn't mean that this technique is not working. So move down through your body and just feel the basic surface tensions and stresses on your skin. Now let's go a little deeper. So let's think about your heart. How your heart feels. Is it sore? Is it full? Is it happy? Say those words out loud. My heart is full. My heart is sore. My heart is happy. Then move down into your tummy. Do you feel any nerves for anything? Any upcoming tensions that you can feel in there? You might be having a big event which you're slightly nervous about coming up. And you might be able to feel those butterflies in your tummy. And accept them and feel them. Then you can move down behind your navel and feel that area. What's it feeling? Does it feel full of food even? Does it feel hollow? Does it feel empty? What is going on there? Once you've done this from the very top of your body right down to the bottom, let's bring in some human feelings. So now let's think about a person, and I want you to bring into your feelings the person who is most in your good books at the moment. This could be your partner or your child or your mother or your father or your loved one or your best friend, whoever you're particularly happy with at the moment, because you know we do have a rather up and down relationship with every single person in this world. So let's have the person who's on the highest up at the moment. And I want you to think about them. And then I want you to try and feel where in your body do you think about them. For example, when I consider my eldest daughter, she gets me in the centre of my chest. That is where I feel her. You know, if I'm looking at all of my body, if I'm feeling all of it, it's right in the centre of my chest that she gets me. When I think about my son, he is predominantly, I carry him in my head. I predominantly carry him in my head, which is where he is, isn't it? And my middle child is my tummy. Oops. Now, this is just me. You might not carry anybody or any person in any part of your body. However, it most likely, if you said the name of that loved person out loud, it will have a corresponding part in your body. So if I say my eldest child, I feel it in the middle of my chest. That is what I want you to concentrate on. This is how you develop clairsentience. Eventually, you'll be able to really pull this together, and that when you see somebody, you can associate them with a certain part of your body, and you'll be able to feel their emotions in that part of your body. That is where their emotions will come through. And this is a form of empathy, but most importantly, clairsentience. So when you start speaking with those in the world of spirit, for example, or the fae, or any other beings who are not physical on this earth, you'll be able to find the answer to any question that you pose to them in your body. This is quite a difficult technique to master. It will obviously be easier for those who've got a developed clairsentient ability in themselves already. However, you can develop it. It just takes practice. Let me know how you get on in the comments below. I'll do the other clairaudience, claircognizance, clairvoyance in a couple of days. So do watch out for that. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you then.